Hello and welcome to About.Lab. On About.Lab, we analyze the major trending topics in Ghanaian football. And in today's episode, my focus is on the Ghana Premier League. And what about the Ghana Premier League am I here to analyze, or am I here to talk about? It appears, or it's now clear, or you can say it's clear that the Ghana Premier League has officiating issues, because week in, week out, we see people complaining, fans complaining, coaches are complaining, and even security personnel have been made to take up extra job of protecting referees after every match day. We've seen videos pop up of incidents that should have led to a penalty, but the referee being overlooking it. We've seen people flying tackles inside the box, people bringing down players inside the box, and still no penalty being awarded. And these are contentious decisions, and these are decisions that is trying to mar the reputation of the Ghana Premier League, because if fans are complaining, it means they are not going to show up for the stadiums, and sponsorship is going to be affected and all that. So there's a clear officiating problem in the Ghana Premier League. I know the Ghana Football Association are taking measures. Recently, there was an insurance package made up for the referees just to try and sort of accommodate them to improve the level of officiating in the Ghana Premier League, because officiating is key. Because if there is poor officiating, it affects the competition. If it affects the balance of competition in the Ghana Premier League, you're not going to get a worthy winner, because if there are inconsistencies, if there are contentious decisions every week, and then obviously it's also affecting the turnouts at the stadiums, because I can cite an example. After the Young Apostles House of 4 game, this fan was very, very angry, and he said that if this is the way they are going to officiate matches, then he's not going to step foot in at any Ghana Premier League stadium again. And you've seen how attendance has been low, because they feel the referees have the results in their pocket. That's what some of the fans are saying. So these are issues that we have to look at, and not to sort of make or hold brief for the referees. I think the three main concerns is inconsistency, because some referees are really good. They take bold decisions. You can talk about how Reginald Collins Amwa spotted the penalty incident in a game between Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko, but he also made a mistake not awarding a penalty after the ball struck the arm of Kelvin Osei-Sibe. That's an inconsistency. You see the penalty awarded Samatex against Asante Kotoko, but in the same game, Asante Kotoko had a good shout for a penalty that was overlooked by the referee. So many decisions have so many contentious decisions in the Ghana Premier League so far after 12 match days. And also you can talk about pressure, because some of the referees look at the environment that they find themselves in, and it sort of shapes the decisions that they make. Because if a referee is at Doma, the pressure, the noise from the fans and all that, the intimidation and all that, sometimes you will be scared to take some decisions. Maybe taking a penalty against Aduana FC, he would think twice about it. So there is also pressure on the referees, and also I think there's a lack of communication. I know, as I mentioned earlier, Alex Corte is trying to come to the media after every match day and tries to make sense of whatever is happening, but I feel the referees, the GFA should do more by publishing like the match reports of the referees and try to explain some of the decisions, because I feel if the decisions are made public and they are explained to the fans, they can understand, okay, if it's all okay, maybe the ball hits Osei-Sibe's leg before it struck his arm. In this interpretation, we can award a penalty for this. Fine. Maybe the Samatex penalty happened inside the box. I was close to the action and it's happened inside the box. The fans will understand and we'll move on. But if you leave the thin blanks like that, everybody's saying whatever he likes, and like the clubs are also accusing referees of trying to influence game, because after the match day 11 or after match day 11, Kumasi Asante Kotoko were charged by the Ghana Football Association for a tweet that they made in their game against Samatex. They said the penalty incident happened outside the box, and the referee, the GFA I should say, deemed it as insightful, and so an insightful message to sort of get the referee to be attacked and all that. So these are things that can be worked on if there's a clear communication, rather than Alex Corte going on a single media platform and trying to make sense of everything that has happened. But why am I talking about officiating, and why am I stressing the need for an improved officiating in the Ghana Premier League? Ghana needs an improved officiating, whether we like it or not. The Ghana Premier League is not at the level that we all want it, and if fans are not showing up, it affects sponsorship, as I mentioned earlier. And this has been the problem because the Ghana Premier League has gone in the last 2-3 seasons without a major headline sponsor after Bet pulled out, and it's a major worry. We've seen several sponsorships pulled out. We've seen First Capital Plus Bank pull out midway into their sponsorship deal. There are several instances. Glow, every like they do not see off their contract with the Ghana Football Association. So it tells you all these are factors, because if they feel referees are influencing results, if the sponsors think referees are influencing results per the comments of fans and all that, it affects the league. It affects the growth of the league. I know the government has invested so much in terms of the production costs, covering the production costs in this Ghana Premier League. But if consistently there's always negativity coming out after every match day because a referee was supposed to take a decision that he did not take, then it's going to affect the brand Ghana Premier League. And also, our referees are not making strides on the global scene, because there were times that we had referees who were officiating at the top levels. But now, who can we call as our topmost referee? We brag about Daniel Lai as a star referee in Ghana. But Daniel Lai is the only referee that has been selected for the upcoming African Cup of Nations tournament in Morocco. And what is he going to do? He's going to be in the booth for VAR. So that tells you that even he is not even trusted enough to handle an on-field duty, instead of being reserved in the booth to try and correct referee errors at the tournament. So it's a major concern. It's a major worry that has to be looked at. I know people will ask me, or people are asking, if VAR is going to solve the problem. Truth is, Ghana doesn't have the means for VAR. that's a fact. Right now, Ghana cannot afford the VAR. And even in, let's say, before I let me back my point with some facts. And on the African continent alone, I think there are about 5 or 6 countries that are using the VAR. You can talk about Tunisia, you can talk about Egypt, you can talk about South Africa, Morocco, and Mauritania, by the assistance of FIFA. They are using the video assistant referee technology. But these are countries, or the first 4 countries that I mentioned. South Africa has one of the best sponsored league on the continent. The league winner earns over $1 million. It's good money. If the league winner is earning $1 million, they can afford to spend $1 million or $2 million training or preparing to install VAR and using VAR every season. I know Morocco spends a little over $1 million on VAR every season. So these are teams, these are countries that can afford it. Ghana at the moment cannot afford the VAR. So what do? We should ensure that the referees are improving. Because if we cannot afford the VAR now, we should ensure that the referees are protected. The referees can go to pressured areas and still make bold calls and will not fear for their lives. So security has to be improved. And fans also have to understand that it's a game. And at the moment, since we don't have the VAR to minimize the errors, they should also understand that even if officiate, I'm not trying to justify bad calls or bad officiating, but they should understand that if officiating doesn't go their way, the next action or the result is not to attack referees or try to speak bad against the league. It's a league, or it's a brand that we all have to protect. And even though things are not well at the moment, we all have to play a role in it. The media, the fans, and all, we are all stakeholders. But that also means everybody has to, while everybody is playing their roles, the referees also have to play their roles in trying to improve their officiating. We've seen some glaring onside decisions, and it's been chalked. We've seen the goal being chalked off as offside, and this is not something that started alone this season. This season has been trending because there's a lot of eyeballs on the Ghana Premier League after the investment by government awarding the clubs $1 million cedis each. So there's a lot of eyeballs, and people go to the stadiums, they are videoing, they are putting videos online. If every video that comes online is about a bad refereeing call, that's a major problem. So the Ghana Premier League clearly has an officiating issue, and it has to be solved, and we all have to play a role. The referees are not left alone. They need the support of the media, they need the support of the fans, the players, coaches alike. Everybody has to come together to fix this issue. So in wrapping up in this episode, I would say officiating shapes the league, and we have referees trying to improve, but obviously they need the support of everyone. So that's it from me on About.Lab. In today's episode, I analyzed Ghana's officiating state, and there's a clear need for improvement. And I'm sure authorities or anyone watching me is going to side with me on today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.